So I just recently downloaded this game called Riders of Icarus. It's a free-to-play MMO on Steam, and it looked pretty cool, so I wanted to give it a try. So everything was fine at first. I went into the game. I'm at the character customization screen. You can see I'm a guardian right now. He's some sort of fighter. So I've got the dude selected, the male, yeah. So we got all this cool armor, all this really elaborate stuff, keeps him safe in battle, looks cool. And then I went to select the female option, and I realized there's a bit of a problem with this game for how it markets men and women. So if we go to the female one, well, she's got a shield, she's got boots, and oh my, wow, okay. So that's not at all like the males at all. This is, I'm not even sure what to say about this. It's just over-sexualized incredibly. Like, if you look at her chest, there's nothing there to protect her. Her stomach's completely exposed. She's basically only wearing underwear and boots and a shield, and she's got a helmet. So if this was realistic, she'd be dead really quickly. She'd be stabbed by a sword, she'd be shot by an arrow. And if we go back to the male guardian, look, he's completely covered. The only thing that is not protected is his face, so we can see. But again, with the female, she's not protected. They're just selling her for sexual appeal, and that's really upsetting, I really think. Especially for a game that kids can be playing. So if we go over to the assassin class, we look as well. Okay, not as armored, but he's in full outfits, it's dark, keeps him concealed, and he's got his chest protected again. And then we go to the female, and she's wearing a bit more, but her chest is exposed. She could get stabbed by a sword, shot by an arrow, and if you also look at her feet, I'll try to make it obvious, she's wearing high heels. And I don't think if you're an assassin, you have to hide, you have to run everywhere, I don't think high heels would be the best thing for you. So then we go to the priest. Over here, priest, okay, sort of like the assassin, wearing leather, he's got boots, he's well protected. The female, she's wearing a dress. Okay, now I understand priests are mostly for healing, but if you're on the battlefield with someone and you're fighting for your life, don't you kind of want to be protected? Not to mention her skirt is very, very short. She's probably incredibly cold if she goes anywhere that's not tropic. And let's check out the wizard. Oh, the wizard's even worse. Check it out. And then let's see how the male wizard looks. Well, he looks like some sort of Michael Jackson backup dancer, but he's still protected. It's pretty crazy. And let's go to the berserker. The berserker, wow, look at all that armor. The berserker, it says, they wade into battle with little concern for their own lives. You know, that's not very good. But they have to be fully armored so they can take a bunch of damage, and they gotta be really well protected. So let's check out the female. Of course, so what a surprise. Well, if the attacker arms her legs, she should be fine, but anywhere else in her body, she's completely exposed. That's not really that good, is it? So that's just really unfortunate how this game depicts women, and I was wondering, is it just this game, or do a lot of other video games do this the same way? This is kind of rhetorical. Most games do a terrible job of depicting women. Really over-sexualized, really displays the wrong way that girls should look at their bodies, and yeah, it's just really upsetting. Let's take a look at a few of them. Okay, so I just went on Google Images and looked up female video game characters. It's nothing sexualized, it's nothing creepy, but I'm just doing a random search to see what Google Images shows for female characters. So the first one, we've got this chick from Street Fighter. She's well clothed, that's good. But the second one, we've already got some over-sexualization. She's not even wearing a bra. She's only wearing a bra. And then as we go forward, you just see it gets progressively worse and worse. Here are these two. She's not wearing pants at all. Her butt's showing. That's not really good. I don't think that's real. I don't think he's supposed to look like that. But yeah, this is just to show that the game industry, and I feel like most media, kind of has a problem with how they depict women. Because men, let's look up male game characters. For the first one, we got this fully clothed man, looks really masculine, has a gun, he's got a beard, it looks like he's ready to fight someone. Then we've got this guy and this guy, they've got guns, they're fully clothed again. We got this guy, no shirt, but hardly sexualized, he's just covered in blood, he's murdering people. We've got this old man with a beard, nothing even remotely attractive about that's just like, oh, I'm an old man, So it comes to show that there's a completely different search factor between guys and girls, and I feel like I just kind of wanted to bring attention to the fact that females in games are just not represented well. If a little girl goes and plays these games, or just search like, oh, I want to find Princess Peach on the internet, or Zelda, and she looks up girl game characters, she's going to see all these girls with all these disproportionate, well, not all of them are disproportionate, some of them are real, I guess, but a lot of them are disproportionate, and a lot of them are not clothed whatsoever. They're wearing strips of fabric, and girls and guys alike are going to see, oh, these are how girls are supposed to look. Maybe I have to look that way, or maybe I should only go and find girls who are dressed that way if you're a guy. And I just want to say, I really hope that games and media in general can grow up a little bit. I know it's easy to think that, hey, we're just making a game, it's not hurting anyone, but millions of people can play these games. Millions of people will see this, or, gosh, what is another one? Or this, Birdo. That doesn't really have anything to do with anything, but I just think game developers, if you're out there listening, there are a lot of young people who are playing your games, and I'm sure your games are great, but you don't need to depict someone in such a gross and disrespectful manner. If you could please just treat people with respect, I think that goes such a long way to helping just humanity as a whole, how we treat and how we regard each other. And if you're a parent watching this game, just make sure you check before you buy this game for your little boy or your little girl. First off, I don't think you should be buying a game called Street Fighter for your 8-year-old son or 8-year-old daughter, but just be careful. There's a lot of stuff out there you don't always see. So I just want to say, be careful, guys, and hopefully we can work together and make it so that girls aren't mistreated as much. And hopefully someday Riders of Icarus can get a fully clothed, fully armored female character, and then if someone shoots an arrow at her, she'll actually be protected if it aims for her chest. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you guys have a great day. See ya.